Hello friends, welcome to Del Soccer. My name is Delali Frank and this is News Daily, where I serve you with all the major trending news in the last few hours. In today's edition, we're going to talk about Mohamed Kudus. We're also going to talk about Ernest Nuamah, who looks as if he'll be leaving Norgerland. We're also going to talk about Ghanaian players that play in Europe. We'll talk about Tariq Lamptey, whether he's going to leave Brighton and Hove Albion or not. Any other thing that comes up, we're going to discuss it today. If it's your first time, as usual, hit on the subscription button and let's build this community together. So, guys, let's talk about the first story. The first news is definitely going to be about the young man, Ernest Nuamah. So there's a lot of reports. Basically, there's a confirmed report that Ernest Nuamah will be moving to Lyon. There was two clubs that were keenly interested in signing the young man, PSG and then Lyon. But it's been confirmed, or basically there's a lot of multiple reports in the media that Ernest Nuamah has agreed terms with Lyon to go and play for them. And I think when I heard the reports, I was pretty much excited because I believed he needed an opportunity to explode more. And it was a good decision because I felt because of Etienne's influence, because Etienne plays for Lyon and Etienne works with FC Norgerland. So I was confident that it's a decision that he has really think about it. And when the conversations came out, I think I made a tweet about it. The boy was left out of Norgerland's squad and the team that played their last game over the weekend. And their sporting director has come out to explain the reason why he was left out. Like, basically, he has come out to explain the reason why he was left out. So the sporting director of FC Norgerland, Jean Lorenzen, has given an update on why the Ghana youth Ernest Nuamah was left out of the squad to face Silkeborg in the Danish Super League. The Ghana sensation was not named the Norgerland squad for Sunday's match against Silkeborg. This came after there was reports that the young man and Norgerland has agreed a deal with Lyon and the boy will be moving to Lyon. The sporting director has come out to give us some reasons why he was not in the team, and I'm going to quote him. He said, "As September 1st approaches, more and more things will happen. There's a lot of interest in many of our talented young players." That's what he said. There are things that have become more and more interesting, and where it makes sense that he's allowed to breathe. In addition, he has also been busy on the field, so it's a combination of the two things that meant that he's not in the squad today. Charlie, how can you tell me this story? Like, this is like what Burna Boy said. You go explain tired, no evidence. Like, how can you tell us that the boy is tired and that's why he has to be on the bench? No. In reality, if there's transfer news around the player and the player is left out of the squad, there are some two theories, and I'm going to explain. The first one is that it's either the player has traveled outside the country to go and work on his paperwork, the team that he's going to play for. You know what I mean? In this case, for instance, it's possible that Ernest Nuamah has moved from FC Norgerland to France for his medicals or to go and work on his paperwork, so he's not available at that moment. That's one. The next one may be that the player is so focused on moving out of the team, or the deal is so close, that he's been moving out of the team, so they don't want him to play. Like, you know what I mean? Because they are planning away from him. In most cases, that's the two theories. So, away from FC Norgerland, let's talk about Ayaz and Mohamed Kudus. Kudus is in the news again, and he's in the news because he can't stop being a good footballer. Despite all the drama and the saga around the young man's transfer move, he has made another mark, and he has made the Dutch Eredivisie's Team of the Week for the second time, and that's brilliant. The 23-year-old, after scoring in the team's first game, contributed massively in the team's second game over the weekend when I asked you 2-2. The midfielder fought so hard to help his team come from a goal down to settle for a draw in a crucial encounter. Kudus provided an assist in the 72nd minute after producing a beautiful in-swinger which was converted into a goal. The game ended 2-2, and that was a good result for Ajax. Kudus has been brilliant. He was brilliant for Ajax last season. I think he has outgrown the Dutch league. Honestly, if you watch him play, you could see that this is a young man who has outgrown the Ajax at the Dutch league, obviously. And week in, week out, he's basically going to be the best player. He knows to move. There's been reports that Brighton, basically even with Brighton, they had agreed deal personal terms, or like has agreed deal with Ajax, but Kudus is struggling to have personal terms agreement with Brighton and Wolverhampton. Chelsea has, I don't know if Chelsea have really shown interest in it, but Kudus can fit Chelsea. Like, Chelsea needs a ball carrier, and Kudus will do that. For what Sterling is doing there, Charlie, Kudus go fit do more than that too. And then there's West Ham, but for West Ham, there's a caveat on it, but we don't know. For me, Kudus needs to move. Like, he really needs to move, and we are hoping that he'll get a chance to move. Let's talk about another Ghanaian, who is Tariq Lamptey. It's been a long time you saw the guy play football, yeah? Yeah. Tariq was injured and he picked up an injury, I think somewhere in March, right after the World Cup. You've not seen him play. In Chris Hughton's first squad, being in charge of the Black Stars, he called him, but at the end, he didn't really play. And that's is a problem. But he's working gradually back into his team. The team has a coach, De Zerbi, but the good news is that De Zerbi has said that the young man is not going anywhere, and he emphasized that he believes Tariq Lamptey is on track for a strong return to form after facing injury setbacks over the past year. The Ghanaian international has been out of competitive action for Brighton and Hove Albion since March due to injury concerns. However, Lamptey made a stride during the preseason, participating in the club's Premier League Summer Series in America and featuring for the U21 side in the Premier League 2 victory over Chelsea. De Zerbi expresses optimism about Lamptey's recovery, stating, Tariq Lamptey can reach the best physical condition before the 3 games per week starts. The 3 games per week is Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, like all the cups. I think they need them because Brighton and Hove Albion will be playing in Europe this weekend, this season, and they are very competitive. I think they are basically on top of the league now. As of now, they are brilliant, playing some exciting football. So as a result of that, they need all their players fit and available, and I think that's what they are trying to do. So for me, I will look at it and say that it's good that the coach believes in him, because football is all about that. It's all about having a coach who believes in you and is ready to give you the chance to play. So guys, this is it. We've talked about Lamptey, we've talked about a lot of Ghanaians, Kudus, and then Ernest Nuamah. But let me know what you think about Ernest Nuamah's deal, for instance. His move, is it going to be a good one for him? Other thing that I'm going to tell you is that Ghanaian players, some of them were in action and they were brilliant, and some scored goals. Partey will be playing today, but Antoine Semenyo scored his first goal for Bournemouth against Liverpool. Inaki Williams also scored a brilliant goal as well. That's all for today. My name is Ali Frank. Until we meet again, bye bye for now.